in that word, another one.
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's the Fantasy Typhoon here again, bringing you another episode of the Gridiron Evaluations. Actually, the first episode of the 2021 year, the new year. I had to take care of some business to get some things straight. I know I'm a little late for the Super Bowl recap. This is a Super Bowl recap. I know I'm a little late. I know you've heard all types of scenarios of the Super Bowl, but here's Typhoon's version. And folks, while you're listening, if you kind of hear some things that you like and you would like to stick around and rock with Typhoon from this point going forward into the 2021 football season, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that little bell so you get those notifications every time Typhoon goes live or anytime a new video is put into circulation. As always, you can Google Being the Fantasy Typhoon, hit enter. That's my whole page. That's how you find me on my social media platforms and things of that nature. I just want, first off, let me thank you for rocking with me in the 2021 new year. And once again, Gridiron Evaluations, for those of y'all who don't really understand what we're doing here and why this channel is in the mainstream. It's for the simple fact that, look, we're just here to talk about football. I have special guests in and out. I have former players in and out. I have current players in and out that UDFA, whether they're in the league now, active, or whether they're inactive, retired players, that nature. We're going to bring you the full aspect of the football world. Anything that has to do with college, we're going to do some rookie updates. We're going to do some scouting reports. We're going to do some real NFL evaluations at the NFL level. FA Friends is coming up for fantasy football. Subscribe, like. If you like football, make sure you subscribe and like the channel and hit that bell notifications so you will be alerted when anything goes live. Once again, I'm the Fantasy Typhoon here. And welcome to the 2021 season of Gridiron Evaluations. And I know I'm late on this Super Bowl evaluations. I know I'm late, so thank you for tuning in. Let's just start it off. Let's just talk about Tom Brady right quick. Because it all starts and stops with Tom Brady. What can you do with Tom Brady? So let me pose to you guys the question of the day. The question of the day is Tom Brady the Patriot way? Is Tom Brady the Patriot way? Make sure you comment. And let me know what you think. I kind of think Tom Brady is the Patriot way, but we'll save that to the end. But as of right now, the question of the day is Tom Brady the Patriot way? But like I said, once again, it starts and stops with Tom Brady. Tom Brady does it again. When he first got, I'm in Florida now. So when he first got to Tampa, Florida, the cliche was going around, oh yeah, Tom Brady's going to bring the Super Bowl to Tampa, yada, 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 yada. Tom Brady's here, he's going to take this franchise, from the bottom to the top. And at that person, it was all at that point. It was just all, just hearsay, just chatter. Nobody really thought Tom Brady would bring an actual Super Bowl to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At least I didn't. Now, full disclosure, I'm not a huge fan of Tom Brady's. Just keep it 100. I'm not a huge Tom Brady supporter, but at the end of the day, 7 Super Bowls, and then getting to Tampa, taking this team, depleted team, turning them around, giving them hope, and instilling them with the Patriot way, and leading these guys on to the Super Bowl is just very impressive. And I can't take nothing away from that man. Man's the GOAT. Got to give it to him. I can't take it away from him. But, he breaks another record again. First Super Bowl at the home team. The home team to first host the Super Bowl now goes to Tom Brady with all those other accolades. And just think about it. He beat Breeze. Then he turned around and he was on the road. First of all, he was on the road. Tyler Heineke of the Washington football team beat him. Went on the road to New Orleans. Beat Drew Brees. Went on the road. Beat Aaron Rodgers. Then had the home field advantage for the Tampa Bay. I mean, come on, man. Look, it's got to be the new Patriot way now. I mean, look, you got AB wanted to come on board, just like just like you had in New England. This is what folks want out of New England now, and folks want in Tampa. Why? Because Tom Brady's there. He is the Patriot way. Now listen to me. AB, like I said, Antonio Brown wanted in. He got in. Leonard Fournette was running around looking for a team. He was cut from the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was running around looking for a team. What happened to him? He signed up with Tom Brady, right? Then you look at Gronk came and signed Tom Brady. See, these guys are willing to take a pay cut to play with Tom Brady because they know good things follow once your name is associated with Tom Brady. So that's just how it works. It is what it is. You just got to deal with it. Tom Brady is the GOAT. It is what it is. It hurts me to say that, but I can't be, having it bias in my analysis here at Gridiron Evaluation. I just got to call it the way it is. And now you're looking at New England. Folks are wanting out of New England now. And the Patriot way is pretty much all about winning. All that stuff, you can be hard on these players, and these guys don't mind taking a pounding. They don't mind getting yelled at. They don't mind getting coached up hard. They don't mind, extra laps after practice or running the hills. If it means a Super Bowl, that's why Matt Patricia failed. Bill O'Brien failed. And countless others that come from the Belichick tree have failed to implement the Patriot way anywhere because first they didn't have Tom Brady, and two, you weren't winning. You have to be winning for these guys to really 100% buy in to buy into 100% to what you're selling. Tom Brady brought that proven leadership, a real C on his uniform to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and now they're holding up the Lombardi Trophy. They had their boat parade, last Monday or last week. So, no, Tuesday or last week. So, last week. They had it last week. So, these guys are enjoying it. And I just want to go over some things right quick. Super Bowl for fantasy purposes. And, just for some real life NFL X's and O's that came across Typhoon's attention. In watching that game and going back and watching it again and evaluating, I think that playing each other during the regular season helped the Bucs way more than it helped the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Tampa Bay took full advantage of the extra film study and applied it during the Super Bowl. See, Todd Bowles usually runs that single high safety, what you call a cover one or cover three. He usually runs that single high safely, which, the free safety job is to stop the deep threat on both sides of the field. So he kind of leaves that free safety, kind of leaves him in the middle of the field to cover the whole field. Anything comes deep. So he's kind of out there on the island on his own when you're going cover three and cover one. So he would use the strong safety to cover the blitzer because he would blitz from the running back position. And blitzing was part of his game plan each and every week. I'm talking about Todd Bowles and the Tampa Bay Bucs defense. So actually 39% of the time, which was the fifth most in the league, is what Todd Bowles used to do until Super Bowl. But like I said, having that extra film study and having that extra game in the books where they played Kansas City back in week 12, he used it to his full advantage and took full advantage of that and came out and really shut down the Kansas City offense like we've never seen before. We have never seen Kansas City's offense shut down like this. And we'll get to Kansas City side in a minute. Right now, we're just talking about Todd Bowles and cover 1 and cover 3. And so Bowles knew he had to use a different approach in the Super Bowl, or he would just have to hand over the trophy to Kansas City. So he changed his DNA of blitzing and keeping keeping a single high safety. So Bowles switched it, went to cover 2 man. So he had 2 safeties deep at all times. And he went man on man. And he had what? He had V to V up front, big guy, Dominican Sue. He had Shaquille Barrett, and he had JPP. Those were your 4. So he's rushing 4. And due to the depleted offensive line of Kansas City, to do that cover 2, those guys have to rush the passer and put heat on the passer without blitzing. So those guys can do man, bump, and press at the line of scrimmage, and those two safeties stay, so they can stay back. They don't have to come up for run support because the front 4, JPP and the boys, and Dominican Sue, V to V, Shaq Barrett, they are handling the front part, the front and the back. Like Warren Sapp says, the front and the back has to work together, and that's what happened in the Super Bowl. And you would think Andy Reid would have come out of that, but I'll get to that one in a minute. But, you know, with that cover 2, Tyreek Hill, anything going deep, Tyreek Hill was taken off the map. And Mecole Hardman was taken off the map. Sammy Watkins was taken off the map due to that cover 2 because, you know, Tyreek Hill kind of got a hold to him the first time. Now, usually when the offense is faced with that look, that cover 2 or cover 3, the defense, Todd Bowles in that defense in the Super Bowl was basically daring Andy Reid to beat them with the run game, you know. So he was basically saying, Todd Bowles basically said, look, you can beat me if you run the ball because, you know, you're definitely not beating me through the air. We're going to shut this off, which they clearly did. And the deep ball and the outs on the sidelines is what Todd Bowles, and the out routes is what Todd Bowles shut down. And I mean, Andy Reid and Bieniemy knows that when they're in that cover 2, you got to run the ball. So the question of the day is, why didn't they start running the ball just like they did against Buffalo in week 6? You know, when Clyde Elaire torched the Buffalo Bills with 26 carries for 161 yards and 4 catches for 8 yards. Now, Andy Reid needed to simply return to the run game, but why didn't he? Well, I mean, was it arrogance on Andy Reid's part saying, hey, this is how we do it. This is how we've done it all year. We're going to find those cracks and crevices, and we're just going to let Patrick Mahomes cook, and we're just going to beat you that way. Or, for your fantasy purposes, was it the fact that he lost faith in Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Because, okay, let me put it to you this way. When you face the Kansas City Chiefs, right? The offense is built to beat anything. You put cover 2 man, cover 1, cover 3, Tampa 2, single high, cover 1 robber. It doesn't matter. Whatever defense you put on the field, Kansas City is equipped to beat it because of the simple fact you got Tyreek Hill going deep. You got Travis Kelce over the middle and the short to intermediate routes. Then you got your running back is supposed to be that third weapon. That third weapon is supposed to be your running back coming out of the backfield. He can run you out of that, and then he can catch passes out of the backfield. 3-count screens, Texas route, angle route, option routes, and wheel routes coming out of the backfield as a running back. So now there's your third weapon. And Andy Reid did not use Clyde Edwards-Helaire in that fashion, nor did he use Darrell Williams, former LSU running back, who is Clyde Edwards' backup, to in that situation as well. Because look, let's face it, Le'Veon Bell is done. Le'Veon Bell has nothing left in the tank. So now, with Damien Williams returning next year, I'm just saying, just letting you Clyde Edwards-Helaire owners out there in your dynasty, I'm talking dynasty keepers to you for a moment. Was it the arrogance of Andy Reid not utilizing? He was supposed to be utilized. This was a Clyde Edwards-Helaire MVP Super Bowl moment. Andy Reid chose to keep chucking the ball down the field with a depleted offensive line instead of going ahead and running the Tampa Bay defense out of cover 2, cover 3. So I don't know. I'll let you guys figure that out. But Damien Williams will return next season. He opted out for the COVID-19 fact. Now, the same question can be applied to Mecole Hardman and another player that folks in the dynasty community are high on and waiting for his breakout to surface. But you see the Chiefs desperately understand that they need that fourth option or that third option. They need another dog at wide receiver, tight end, or running back to make them that unstoppable force, even if another team tries to use the blueprint that Tampa Bay put on them in 2021. So Andy Reid this offseason, they're going to add another weapon, whether it's a running back, a tight end, or another wide receiver, a bigger body on the other side with opposite Tyreek Hill that can do those one-on-one catches, those my ball mentality catches. They're adding something. So kind of watch yourself there if you it only gets better for Mahomes. So this only makes Mahomes better. It only makes the Kansas City offense more explosive to that aspect. But somebody's going to lose. It's not going to be Tyreek Hill, and it's not going to be Travis Kelce. It's going to be Elaire. It's going to lose out. Mecole Hardman doesn't even have a role. So, look, I don't even know why you're rostering Mecole Hardman. He needs to go ahead and get him off your roster. Now, the first game against the Bucs, Tyreek Hill finished with 13 catches, 269 yards, and 3 tubs. Torched them. Travis Kelce finished with 882. And since the Bucs were blitzing, this was their old offense where Bowles blitzed and used single high. Tyreek Hill and Mahomes had Hall of Fame production, against that type of defense. They had a Hall of Fame, they had what you call a Hall of Fame type of day. And it's perfectly clear they need another weapon and would definitely sign another name in